How often should I reapply? Now, there's probably a scientific answer on the website, or at least a recommendation in text somewhere. But that's another one of those things that you pay attention to your product, you pay attention to your piece, and whatever leather that you're using. This is one of those things that has never been used and it's been applied. And I'm just going to pay attention to this as I use it. Depends on what the environment is. If you're, obviously a wildland firefighter is going to need to apply to his gear a lot more often than somebody who's using this on their sofa at home. Same with the woodsman. This is a bag made to carry out into the woods, and it's going to get wet and it's going to get dirty and it'll be cold and it'll be hot, and all kind of stuff is going to happen to it. In that situation, you're going to want to just pay attention to it. If you notice that it's drying up or it feels different or it's not, what it should be, go ahead and reapply. You can also do light reapplications before you go out into the field or do what you're going to do with this sort of thing. If you're worried about it, that's a good policy. Or make sure that it's clean and dry when you come back. Once again, if something like this dumps in the river and gets super wet and you are lucky enough to retrieve it, that is not the end of this product. You put it in a decently warm spot, not next to your stove or anything, but if there is a little warmth in the room, that's okay. And some air stirring over it. You don't necessarily want a fan just blowing directly on it, but air moving over it, it'll dry, and then you're going to want to reapply, clean it off and reapply, and put it back to work. So how often should I reapply? It really just depends on what the situation is, what the leather is, what you're doing with it, how hostile the environment is that it is in, and you just pay attention to your leather. It'll tell you when it's time.